This is Seasons of Discontent with your hosts Rick Snyder and Matt Combs on the Hogstein Network.
Welcome to Seasons of Discontent, Season 6, Episode 14, brought to you by Rick Snyder's Washington across social media. And I'm Rick Snyder.
I'm Matt.
And we're back discussing all things Washington sports and life as part of the mighty Hogstein Network on audio and on YouTube on video. So if you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and hit that thanks button. Thanks. All right, we got some quick hits today. Matt, Washington Commanders will start OTAs next week, which is really the beginning of the season in a way. I watched rookie camp, and it was kind of interesting. They had some guys I kind of liked. And I think they signed quite a few of them. But the real OTAs come up now, and veterans will be out there. And, it's shirts and shorts, really. But you get a feel, and you want to see how does Carson Wentz look chemistry-wise with some receivers. I know they've been throwing around a little bit. You can do it without coaches because it's your personal time and go do what you want.
Right.
And, I want to see some guys like who's back from the injury list, that kind of thing. That's about all you really get to see at OTAs, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. Mini camp's not till the middle of June, and then everybody goes away for about 6 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I kind of want to see these rookies. I'm really interested in this running back that they got from Alabama. I want to see what that kid can do.
Yeah, I think Robinson's got potentially he could be the starter at some point on there. But they've got, a few guys that I could see some stuff. When they said about Dotson being his catch radius, just something I'd never heard. But once I saw him do it, I said, okay, I get it. He can catch the 360 ball wherever it is around. He's got good hands.
Yeah.
So I like that. All right, training camp. People have been asking me, where is it? When is it? Because it's only middle of May. And I got to tell you, there isn't an announcement yet. They're still looking at some things. They were thinking about, I don't see Richmond at all. Ashburn probably is going to be it. And sorry, fans, but they don't let you come to Ashburn anymore because all those open fields for parking lots are now internet buildings.
Yep.
Monoliths around there anymore, man. They're biggest buildings you've ever seen.
Yep.
And there's 4 cars out front, for all the techs. That's it. But it's like you live in an industrial complex.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to work something out about scrimmaging against the other team for practicing for a few days, and that's kind of held up things. I don't know that that's going to happen now, so probably they're just going to be in Ashburn.
Yeah, I mean the only team that makes sense for them to probably scrimmage is Baltimore or maybe Pittsburgh. But yeah, it'll probably be at Ashburn. It's probably going to be real low key, which is probably what they need.
Yeah, and it's the Richmond thing is they didn't want to go for a few days like last year. Last year they kind of got fallen into it on contract stuff, but it's just not worth it. They don't want to spend all the time down there, especially if you want to do those.
And if you want to go to training camp, go to the thing at Andrews Air Force Base that
right.
They have every year. That's the fan thing. And then they'll probably do like one fan day, I would imagine, out there where you could go out and meet the players and get autographs and stuff like that. But, aside from that, this team needs to be focused on winning football games. I mean, you and I talked about the schedule and we're pretty far apart from one another. Obviously I got them going 7-10 with some interesting losses, but I'm not too far apart from being 10-7 like you. There's a couple games that are toss-ups, and cut down the distractions, get healthy, get the game plan, get Wentz up to speed, and let's go out there and ball out.
Yeah, they may do something at the stadium one night too for that.
That's true.
We're doing quick hits. NHL, my Caps and your Pens gone in pretty heartbreaking fashion both times.
Yeah.
The Caps were an empty net game 5 from winning probably the series, and your team choked. So
yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to deny it. Yeah, if Hathaway's empty netter went in, I could definitely see the momentum going all towards Washington. It was already there anyway. Florida was such a fast-paced scoring team. They were nothing for the first couple periods, and then all of a sudden they turned it on. As far as Pittsburgh goes, I got a feeling we're going to look very different next year. Malkin, Letang, Rust are all free agents. I don't know. It's going to be weird to see Malkin in another uniform, but I got a feeling that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, it was interesting. I heard somebody when I was listening to 106.7 The Fan talk about the Caps may not revamp this lineup because Ovi's 2-3 years away from breaking the all-time scoring record.
Yeah, if he continues at a 50 goal a season pace.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But when you get old, you tend to get old suddenly, and your Willie Mays falling down the outfield. But Ovi's such a freak.
Yeah, and the only problem with that is, Rick, it came out after the season, of course, during locker cleanout day and all that stuff that, Backstrom his hip is still not 100%. Wilson's probably going to be out for an extended period of time with a long-term knee injury or a worse knee injury than was first thought. Carl Hagelin talked about his eye injury. He's never going to be able to see 100% out of that eye anymore. The Caps are going to look different probably at the beginning of the year. But yeah, Backstrom, those guys are slowing down. It's the same thing with Pittsburgh. I mean, Malkin went from being a top 5 player in the league to just being a second line center that was mediocre. I mean, yeah, he won the game 1 in triple overtime, but aside from that, he's really just been sluggish and out there looking like Shrek on skates. So,
but do you keep like Backstrom and all those guys that Ovi has played with for so long to keep the comfort level going, and maybe you don't win a title, but you put fans in the stands during Ovi's time here.
Yeah, but a lot of times, I mean, Laviolette's been changing it up and putting Kuznetsov on the first line with Wilson and Ovechkin. He's been the first line center, where Backstrom's been the second line center. So, yeah, I mean, look, obviously you want continuity, but look, let's put it to you this way. I mean, Laviolette's got one more year. This is a make it or break it year. I mean, he has had no more success than the guy in front of him. First round exit after first round exit, whether it was Reardon. I mean, Trotz got it in 18, but before that, Oates, all these guys failed to make it far into the playoffs, and Laviolette has not done that either.
What is life for the Caps going to be like after Ovi?
It's going to be a lot like the Nationals right now without Strauss and Tim and Max and Trey.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean,
no, it's going to take a full rebuild. That's why, it's interesting. Look, I understand the Caps are in a very big predicament here, because do you keep Backstrom? Do you keep, all these guys together to help chase that record that nobody ever thought would be broken? Or do you, try to, put some youth into this team and chase another cup while Ovi's still playing? I mean, it's going to be a very interesting predicament that they're in.
Yeah, and that's their number, have the second worst record. They're even worse than Baltimore.
Let's be honest, nobody can catch the Reds.
First pick next year is.
Yeah.
Well, listen, they stunk for 2 years and got Bryce Harper and Strasburg out of it. Well, Bryce wasn't here for the World Series, but Strasburg was. Now he's a class again. Mm-hmm. They said he started throwing on the mound. Now it's 2 weeks. It's mid-May. We've already 6 weeks into the season or whatever.
Look, I think honestly, and look, we'll see at the trade deadline when it comes to the Nats. But they're probably going to do another salary dump at the trade deadline. They're going to try and re-sign Soto for a big deal and then build around him. But you've got to open up money to build around him with guys. I mean, that was the thing with the World Series team. Yeah, there were homegrown guys. There was Strasburg, there was Trey Turner, there was guys like that, Robles, Soto. But at the end of the day, it was the big name free agents that they brought in here, i.e. Max, Howie Kendrick, Eaton was a trade. I mean, those guys, and then you supplemented it with cheaper veterans like Anibal Sanchez and Para and guys like that. They don't have the wiggle room right now. And honestly, Rick, I don't think they're not going to have wiggle room to make big splashes until after this team is sold. The Learners have already said that they're looking to sell the team.
Yeah. All right. Preakness is Saturday, and I've covered horse racing a long time. And so I know lots about it, and my Derby horse is still running. Everybody else either. I mean, who knew an 80-1 shot was going to win? He's not even in the Preakness, because I know what they're really thinking is, oh, he can't win the Preakness because it doesn't set up well for him, and he's never run off 2 weeks. And when you get a long shot like that, his breeding value will never be better than after that Derby win. So you try not to lose anymore, because every time you lose, you're gone. So he could maybe go to the Belmont, take a shot there, and then it's, oh, he's got a bruise or he's got a chip, or we're going to retire him, because the breeders, you keep losing, and he's got a bad record. So if you prove you were a fluke, stallion fees could drop $10-20 million. So he's not there. But I do like, this is a stone cold one to me. I liked Epicenter anyway. Second into Derby, this race sits up better for him. And I tell you what, Secret Oath, who's the filly in the race, woo, she's a monster, man. She won the Kentucky Oaks. I like her for second. And early voting, I guess I'll take for third. It's only 9 horses. A lot of it's junk. So if you're playing the numbers, it's an 8-4-5 triple. You'll probably make $39 or something crazy. It's not like that last one did. Somebody was on the internet saying, I let my 3 and 5-year-olds pick numbers, and they picked 21-2 or whatever. They won 30 grand on the exact off his kids' 2 numbers. That's the crazy crap that goes on. All right. So, and then also Saturday night, I don't know if I can be able to get to it in time. It's the same time as Preakness. I can't do it. But it's roller derby down, and women's roller derby down in Charles County Fairgrounds, Saturday, 7 p.m., which is about when the Preakness is running. So I guess I'll miss it. But the 301 Derby Dames are taking on Frederick. They don't have their names here. $10. It's in the agricultural barns, but they skate around flat track, not like the one. $5 for kids. I won't be able to go, I guess, this week because of the Preakness, but I'll go in the future. I love roller derby. You like wrestling? I like roller derby.
Well, and we talked about it earlier. They've had what's the correct term? Little person wrestling at the Charles County Fairground as well, which I missed. I really wanted to go see that, but now we got roller derby. I mean, it's just Spike TV all over again, because WWE and then roller derby was on Spike TV when I was a kid.
I mean, when I was a kid, it was on Channel 20. Which now is like News Channel 8's partner or something like that.
Well, you probably watched like Crockett Promotions or the NWA, didn't you?
I mean, it was, yeah. I mean, you watched all kind of crazy stuff, and Captain 20 and Ranger Hal and all these other shows. But I used to watch roller derby on Saturday nights. It was a lot of fun. And they used to they had it on cable for a while. It's like Austin City, Texas, used to have a really good league. So it's expanded a lot. I covered it in Virginia. They have a team that opened up. There's one in DC. So I've covered them for the paper years ago. It's fun. It's, and they actually give an honest effort. It's not fixed or anything. And so if you want to do some roller derby, or if you come down and see the Blue Crabs, they won like 13 straight recently.
Mm-hmm.
Minor league baseball, it's cheap. Come see it. So Waldorf's got all the good stuff. Waldorf will play come to Southern Maryland and have fun.
Just come here. Don't move here, please.
Yeah, we got enough of that. All right, we're out of here again. So I'm Rick Snyder.
I'm Matt.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Seasons of Discontent on the Hogstye Network.